So, I want to talk to you guys about end of the month. I know a lot of people are spending a lot of orbs, either on the main 1,000-year Blood War step-up summons for the Concord, where you can get Ichigo, Yuryu, or Chad, and the swimsuit banner, which I believe, when does it go away? I think it goes away on the 21st at like 2 a.m., so it's like in the first few hours of the day. It's 2 a.m. my time, I believe. For you, I'm not sure. It should tell you if you actually go to the news and actually look for that banner when it's going away. So you have a lot of people that are going to be summoning on those banners. Some of them are going to summon on individual Ichigo, which is on the 27th. The individual Yuryu, which is on the 20th. You know, so you're going to be spending a lot of orbs. But I want you to keep in mind, the end of the month for October is probably going to be really good. At least on par with this banner, which you had a Yuryu right here, which is, actually, let's open it. Yuryu has, right here. Yeah, here we go. Droplet 30%, speed link slot potions plus 5, and super speed link slot potions plus 5. So super potions, regular potions plus 5, and speed droplet 30%. That's a really, really good character for farming. You also had this Ichigo, which is like really good as well, for in a different reason. It has shared complete status immunity, which is a plus. Has team party recover 20% stamina. So that means anytime you transition from screen to screen, you're healing the entire party / team by 20%. So hit hidden enemies plus pierce hidden skin. You got Marauder. Everything about this character is solid, including the damage to enemies not inflicted by ailments plus 100%. So we can have a pretty good prediction of what's going to end up being the end of the month October, and it's going to be a top tier speed unit. There's going to be at least a speed unit, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be top tier, and I'll show you my reasons for this assumption. So let's start with, I believe it would be here. Yep. In mid-July, or I should say July 23rd, we had this banner release with 7th Anniversary Ichigo, which is this guy, and 7th Anniversary Yuryu. What this character has is something called Shared Complete Status Immunity, plus 100%. You can ignore pretty much everything else. This character is really good, but this gives us a big indicator of what is remaining for the, what is left for end of October. Now, it also has status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 80%, which is really, really good. It has 2 ailments on this character. So if you inflict an ailment, this status ailment spiritual pressure boosts the total SP, which is 864 as a base, by 80%, making this character really strong. Then we go on to the next character that falls under this. It was about 7-8 days later, on the last day of July, for the end of the month July banner, we ended up getting 1,000-year Blood War Yamamoto, Aizen, and Yuhabaha. This character also has shared complete status immunity, plus 100%. Also has status ailment spiritual pressure boost, plus 80%. So if it inflicts one of its 2 status ailments, it's going to be getting 80% spiritual pressure increase, which is base 856. So that is really significant. In addition to that, if it is burning, it's an increase to damage plus 40%, and if it's it's weakened the enemies, another further 40% increase. So 40% to burning enemies, to weaken enemies, which is that. So you're almost certainly going to be inflicting both of them unless they are immune to both. You're going to be doing a lot more damage, and if you combine this is pretty insane. Now the weakened defense only works on your special, from what I understand. That's why when this character nukes, aka uses a special, he's able to clear guild quests even on weeks that he has no reason to be there. Like normally, if you take any other character, you put them on there, and they're just going to get destroyed and not going to have a good time. But this character does pretty dang good, even on guild quests that he shouldn't be on. Then we go to the next end of the month. End of month August. We got the Roka and Cien banner. This banner I actually predicted what it was going to be, because it was I had a feeling it was, it was the last major thing. They're probably going to do something crazy, like, with the Safwi or Camp for Your Own World. Not Camp for Your World. Is it Camp for Your World? No, Safwi and Beyond Bankai. That's what it was. So I said, you know what would be smart for them to do? Roka and Cien. Roka and Cien, people have been looking forward to Roka. And, it's something different. The character looks cool. They're going to draw people into summoning. And lo and behold, we got Roka and Cien. Shared complete status immunity on this Roka. Pretty dang good. Status ailment, spiritual pressure boost 80%. Only has one status ailment on this one, unfortunately. So it's not going to be as good as the other ones. But, it's overall a good character. This character is really good as a support character. Do we have her innate skills? Here we go. Team party recover 20% stamina. This character is a really good support character. Share complete status immunity. Doesn't have to worry about, getting hurt by status ailments. Top of that, if she uses her special relatively early on, you're going to get a free last-ditch survival on every character that's in your party/team. So it makes everything easier. She has sharpshooter, so she doesn't have to worry about, running into enemies that are stopping her from doing her full potential on damage. So everything about this character is, pretty solid. She's really good. Now, we got our more recent banner at the end of month September. We got the Ichigo, Yuryu, and Chad banner, which I talked a little bit about in the beginning. And what did we get here? Shared complete status immunity plus 100%. So I'm sure you noticed the trend. If you look at this character, not enemy, has no status ailments, which is something that was initially a turnoff. It led to people speculating that this character was going to be mid because of the fact that it has no status ailments. In my opinion, I prefer status ailments, even though this character does get damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%. He has hit enemies plus pierce iron skin, so that there's a certain enemy ability called Iron Skin that reduces the amount of damage you do by a significant amount until you inflict the enemy with a status ailment of some sort. So by giving this Pierce Iron Skin, he is able to ignore that and do the full amount of damage to the enemy as if they didn't have Iron Skin. This is really good. Also has Marauder. So the hit enemies, Marauder, and Pierce Iron Skin is a really good combination. And the damage to enemies not inflicted by an ailment, if you're doing single player, this is going to do a lot of damage. If you're doing co-op, might run into a point in time where someone else afflicts the enemy with the status ailment, which means you're going to lose this 100% damage buff. Now, if we scroll down, also has team, party, recover 20%, and 100% chance to hit dodging enemies of any affiliation. So certain enemies can dodge your abilities or your attacks and everything, and it's like a decent amount of for them to dodge. So, or I'd say a high chance for them to dodge. By this, or with this innate skill, you're able to hit them. And you also got the team party recovery, making this character at the very least a really good support character, but he's still pretty good overall. And if we look at the attribute, Heart. We look at Roka, Tech. If we look at Thousand Year Blood War Yamamoto, Power. And this Ichigo for 7th anniversary, Mind. That leaves us with a good speed unit that we're going to be getting at the end of this month in October. Now, what can we expect for that banner? My personal speculation is we're almost certainly, I wouldn't say it's near 100% chance, we're getting a speed, shared complete status immunity character. Now, I am not sure if that character is going to be like this Ichigo, where it has Pierce Iron Skin, inflicts no status ailments, and is going to be like this, or if they're going to go back to either giving them dual status ailments, or if they're going to, just give, like with this Roka, one I don't know exactly how it's going to be built, but I can guarantee you the shared complete status immunity is going to be on that speed unit. If we do get a speed unit, which it's almost certainly, like, K-Lab would have to throw a curveball, and they don't usually do stuff like that too frequently. I mean, it's a possibility, yes. Is it, likely for that to happen where they don't give us a speed shared complete status immunity? No. What I think we're going to see a transition to is we're going to be still seeing the shared complete status immunity after the speed end of the month character, but I'm not sure how frequent it's going to be. I have a feeling they're going to give us the speed shared complete status immunity for end of the month, and then after that, I'm not sure how frequent we're going to get it. If we're, if it's going to go a couple months before we get another new one, or if they're going to transition to another focus, which, honestly, if I had to guess, if we're going to switch to a different focus for characters that people are going to want to summon for, it's going to be this. Speed Droplet drop 30%, Speed Link Slap Potions +5, and Super Speed Link Slap Potions +5. So +5 potions, +5 super potions, and Droplet. 30% increase. And the reason why I speculate they're going to be giving this out like candy, well, not candy, but like one, I think, a month for the next, until we got one of every kind, is because I think in 2023, we are going to end up getting a new form of character progression. I don't know what that character progression is going to be, but we're probably going to be getting some new form of progression. Maybe they give us 6-star accessories. Maybe they give us a new way to level up our accessories, and even though it's not 6-star accessories, maybe they allow us to put a skill onto our accessories or something like that. So maybe we can put like guard break on some of our good accessories, and you got to farm certain things for that. I don't know. It is a possibility, which honestly could be good if you give us like a new form of accessory progression. Then we can take these accessories that have like guard break as one of the skills and give them to old resurrected units that need something like guard break to make them good, and could honestly make some old resurrected characters good without necessarily going back and redoing them again and resurrecting the resurrected characters that are bad, basically. Well, I think that's going to be it. No, I don't know. Like, no one knows until K-Lab does it, but I have a feeling in 2023, we're going to be getting 2 cores of the 1,000-Year Blood War anime. So that means we're going to get 24 episodes, I believe, next year, 12 this year, and I have a feeling at some point next year we're just going to end up getting a new form of character progression. I don't know to what extent. So, overall, if they do give us a Yuryu like this, in addition to, an Ichigo, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. If we get a speed 1,000-Year Blood War character for end of the month next month, and a Yuryu type character. Not specifically Yuryu, but like with a +5 potions, +5 super potions, and a droplet character. Because that's going to be something, like, let me put it this way. People are going to summon for this because this is too good of a skill set to pass up. I can go into droplets, or enriched droplets. I can go into regular epic raids with this character, and I can go into Inheritance Zone, Inheritance Trial, although Inheritance Zone is not really recommended. It's Inheritance Trial because Inheritance Trial is better. Inheritance Zone, you rather do epic raids to get more potions. So if we're going by that, this is a really good character to take into that. The only downside is the fact that, actually no, this one doesn't have that ability, so never mind. He doesn't really have to worry about it. The Ichigo, for example, has this reduced damage if an enemy gets inflicted with a status ailment by 100%, so he's not going to be getting that buff, where this Yuryu does not have that skill. So therefore, he doesn't necessarily have a problem if enemies get afflicted with a status ailment. He's not going to get reduced damage because he doesn't have that skill. So, yeah. I hope that explains my prediction and why I think people who are lacking a very good speed unit should probably consider saving some of their orbs for the end of the month. At least, I would say 5 steps worth of orbs, which will probably... Well, actually, I take that back. Because I think the 1,000-Year Blood War was an anniversary-style banner that we got. So it might be Still 5 steps worth, but it'll be steps 1 through 6. Step 1 being free. Step 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 costing a total of, I think, 1,100 orbs. I think they might be switching to that for end of the month. So keep that in mind. I am not sure, but if that ends up being the case, then you're going to want to save your orbs for that situation. I think I pretty much covered everything. So if you guys have any questions, post them in the comment section below. Either I will get to it as soon as I see the comment, which, sometimes it takes a little bit longer because of YouTube. Sometimes, I'm doing something else and I don't get back to it right away. And if maybe someone else might end up answering the question for me if I'm unable to get to it as soon as possible. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.